Since I have my rear fascia off and the wiring harness off, I thought I'd just go through the wiring harness with you guys. This is the way it sits in the car. It's from the passenger side to the driver's side rear light. So it starts with this black connector coming off the bulkhead. In the front corner on the passenger side of the engine bay, this 9-pin connector leads to the bulkhead just by the ignition coil, and then leads back to the fascia. You can see the colors of the wiring here. You can also see them in the schematic. That's a ground wire there, but all these leads to different lights in the rear. There are some clips to hold it on to the fascia body, inside of the body, if you still have those intact. There's a grommet, and the first thing that comes off the harness are these red and orange and black for the driver's side marker light, the red one on the side of the car, which also has a grommet. That grommet goes through the small one of these holes from this side of the fascia and back into the pontoon and to the side marker lights. As you might see, I have replaced the holder because these get rusty and mine couldn't really hold the bulb anymore. I just crimped a new holder on there. And the next thing to come off the wiring harness is this one, which is 5 wires for the rear light with the ground there, and they attach through this clip straight to the PDB, the power distribution board for the tail lights. I've made my own boards and I'm going to use just a regular 6-pin connector instead of that one, so I'll cut that one. I've also connected, these are not original, but I've connected power from the brake light to my 3rd brake light mounted on the louver. So they're just crimped on there. And next thing that comes off the wiring harness are purple and purple white wires for the engine bay light. The white light, the lens that sits inside the fascia. And there's another one of the clips. The stud here goes through a tiny hole in the fascia and keeps the wiring harness in place. Next thing to come off are these, and these are sort of connected together. So you have 2 red and orange wires coming off here and 2 ground wires, and they lead to the driver's side backup light or license plate. Sorry, no, not the backup light, the license plate light. And one of these red and black cables goes on to the other side, the driver's side license plate light. I've had some new connectors crimped on there. And also here are the ground wires connected, and one of them leads to the back to the bulkhead. There's another clip that holds the fascia, it holds the wiring harness to the fascia. And then there is the driver's side marker light. That's a red, that's just a red, and that's a red and black. Yeah, that's a red and black wire, and the black. And there you can see my LEDs mounted in the new holder. And then finally we have the wires for the driver's side taillight. These have been extended by the previous owner, and the connector is cut off. You just used ring terminals to attach them straight to the PDB, but I'll be cutting them here and attach the proper color wires to extend this one to another 5 or 6-pin connector that I will hook up to my own PDBs. That's the wiring harness for the rear fascia.